my team have not seen how this came out yet. So
Okay. I'm very excited.
yeah. All right, here's your home page. Can you see
Oh,
that?
oh my goodness. Okay. That is lovely.
Yeah, so those two pictures are very bright, vibrant.
Hmm.
And they're both your cat, your photo. So I thought you
Hmm.
would really like those. Um, I do have had some other options just in case, right?
Okay.
Homepage number two, it's just one picture of the cat, but in a home
Hmm.
setting. And
I
then
mean,
we
I love it, but I have just her in that color. If I specialized in those kittens, that would be perfect.
yeah, oh yeah, you can switch the picture to anybody. Yeah, that's but I'm just providing you different
Oh,
layout.
I see.
Yeah, different style of the homepage, right? So this one, because you wanted to display multiple cats, I thought
Hmm.
this might be another option.
Okay.
And then we have number four. Those are really great
Hmm.
photos, but I know that these are from the breeders you bought the cats from. So,
And the one on the right is not I did not buy from them. I think that was just an example of a color. That's a golden cinnamon cat.
oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, like first off the bat, like which one did you like the best?
Well, I think I like the first one.
Okay.
And am I able to change those if I want to?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, of course. And
okay.
then here you have get notified, and then that will just open up. That's Gizmo.
Aw.
He's so cute. So yeah, to subscribe to your mailing list.
Mhm.
Um, okay. Well, I guess I guessed right that you would like the first one the best. So this is where the official homepage lives. Other ones are just like they're not real, right? Not really developed. Um,
Okay.
so I assume that you probably have very different kittens right now, but these information are great for me to start with. Like I can
Okay.
play around with the data, manipulate it, and then I can show you later how it's built on a back end and how you can like change the
Hmm.
kittens. So
Okay.
all of this information can be changed. As you can see, there's those arrows. They're currently
Hmm.
labeled because there's only three cats available. Um,
There's okay. Okay. Millie, I just got a deposit on Millie, so I have Nico, Nigel, Naomi,
Yeah,
and
so
possibly
yeah,
Nina.
you can change all of that information on the back and I'll show you later.
Got it. Okay.
Because I'm just going off of what I have on the our document together. Um,
Okay.
but here, when you hover over it, you can
Uh-huh.
see the name, status, their color, if they're rare or not, and then to
Hmm.
the price, right? And then
Okay.
here I also said kittens with diamonds. Diamond means rare color combination.
Okay.
And then that will just take you to all the kittens page. And then we got
Okay.
what's included in the price.
Hmm.
And then we have our kings and queens. I'm sure this is more up to date. And then you can see more cats going through this.
Okay.
And again, when you hover over, you can see name, color, and you can see their individual profiles. And that will go to all the kings and queens page. And then we have adapt in 3 steps. Here you can read the whole thing, the entire page, the adoption process.
Oh.
And then here we have your
Hmm.
highlights of the testimonials. I only took like very short snippets, but here you can read all about it.
Who is Simone Woods?
Oh, I probably forgot to change that.
Yes.
And then I need to make this on initials, right? Um,
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're looking at now is also a feedback tool, which I will send you this link
Okay.
after this presentation. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, you can drag this dot around anywhere, put in your name, and then change to last shows. And then this one, update name.
Yeah, her name, I don't remember her name.
Yeah, that's probably one of the placeholders. I just forgot to
Serena. Yeah, it's Serena, Serena.
at Serena.
S, yeah, Ser. Yep, Serena. And I think it was W or something like that. I think I
Okay,
sent you what her
okay.
initial was.
All right, no worries. I'll change that. All right, let's keep going. From the breeder, you said you don't want your picture, so I put a cat image. Um, and I thought
Okay.
was really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
here you can read more about you. And we got Jerry there.
Okay.
But if you don't like the picture, we can change that, obviously. Um, Kitten care, all the blog posts. I changed your title a little bit just to make it more like um, kind of like have like more keywords in it and
Mm-hmm.
right like I'm keep trying to use golden British long hair or classical British short hair. Those are all keywords.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then this will be connecting with your Instagram.
Okay.
And then here's your footer. You know, we got a cat there.
Aw.
I just have to, I have to have some fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so far, what do you think? Any feedback?
So okay, let's see how the links work. So the pictures of the kittens, will they have to stay round and is it only three per page?
This?
Like, yeah, like this, yeah.
Does it have to be round? No.
Okay. And three per page, or can there be more?
Um, I have it set to be four actually. So if you have more cats, it's gonna be looking like this, and then you just
Okay.
navigate around. Unless
Okay.
you want to display all the cats, we can do that, like without these buttons.
How would it look like? What would it look like?
Um,
I, I think I want bigger pictures,
okay,
if possible.
okay. So we only have so much space
Okay.
uh horizontally, right?
Okay.
So
Mhm.
when I have a very big screen, but if
Mhm.
people have like smaller screen, this is what it's gonna look like.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, unless I can actually this I can probably have it display all the cats in a row. Um, yeah, yeah, actually I can do that. Not for every layout, but for these are we call them repeaters, so they all look the same, right? So we can
Mhm.
actually have them display depending on how big the screen is. However,
Mhm.
cat image, if it's too big, on a smaller screen, they
Okay.
might just not look, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Also, you can see each cat's profile, right? And there you can see bigger pictures. You can even click on each of the pictures and go like this.
Okay. So going back to the Previous page. Okay, I see. Millie. Okay.
Yeah, so from here you can see the profile.
Okay. Can you do me a favor on this page? Can you, instead of kittens with a diamond, can you please say kitten with a diamond means rare color combination?
Uh, Say that one more time.
Just kitten without the S. Kitten with a
Oh,
diamond means rare color combination.
should we say any kitten? Because sometimes you might have two rare ones.
Just kitten.
Okay,
Kitten with a diamond means rare color combination. Yep.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, you have time to decide what you want to do. Like I said, you can just put the comments here
Okay.
and then I'll tell you what's possible, what's not.
Okay. Let's review other pages. I still feel like the description of the colors and whatever needs to be included in About Us. That's how I've seen all other people do it. My main concern is that if you put it in the articles that are kind of bloggish, people will not, they will miss it. They will not go to that section to review it. And I feel like it's important enough to educate them about the color, the temperament, et cetera, et cetera. So I feel like, it's a more important item to be included in About Us.
The color, like this?
No, if you go down, you have a blog page. Keep
Oh,
going.
oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
those
so the
you
middle
can
one.
choose what to display too.
Okay, so the middle one, Meet the Breed, that needs to be under About Us on the menu. And I don't know, maybe it is, but it's like pretty important.
Okay, so you want to make this a static page.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What do you think?
Um, I can talk to Abigail because she mentioned something that making a blog post about the breed and that's beneficial, but I'm not sure if it's like important
Yeah,
to be a static or blog post.
I don't feel like it's a blog post. It's
Okay.
more like it's about the breed.
Okay. Static. How do you spell it?
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And I think it belongs under About Us.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mhm.
Got it. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, can we look at the links on the at the top of the menu?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Just
Okay.
wanted to make sure every page's goal went
Yeah.
over before we go.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Brutally honest, I'm not crazy about the logo.
You don't like the logo now?
I don't think that it fits in very well with the page. I don't know. It's cartoonish.
Yeah. I would highly suggest not to use any real photos just because
I
that
know, but I mean, like it's too cartoonish. It's fine, Laura. It's fine. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's a logo. Use it for a while and then see how people feel about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the
So
navigation,
yeah.
uh obviously home we'll just keep this one, right? And then
Mhm.
under kitten, this will be gone.
What is available kitten ideal?
This is the page I was talking to you earlier that the layout we might want to keep, and I still want to talk to Wix about.
Okay.
This is what's currently working, and that this page will be gone or
Okay.
replace this page.
Okay.
And under that, we have the pricing guide, breeding plans, and previous litters. Right. This is all what we have talked about.
Okay.
And then under adult, we have kings and queens and retired adults. And
Okay.
then under about, we have about us and testimonials. So now we can add
Yeah.
the be
Below,
the
in
breed.
between about us and testimonials, I feel like, that's going to be a good place for it.
Yeah. And then resources, we have the pricing guide
Mm.
again. So I was not sure. I feel like it should be under pricing guide, under resources, just because this is all like about the kittens.
Yeah,
Uh, and then we have the kitty blog and the FAQs. What do you think?
I think that's fine.
Okay, so
Where do we talk about the adoption process? I don't see anything about adoption process.
uh, adoption process. Oh, right here.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay. See, that's because it's a button. I hope that people understand that can we actually have a menu item and then reserve now to be just a button?
Uh,
Because if someone, okay, so say I'm not ready to reserve. I want to review whatever, right? So I'm going to be looking for that stuff, and I will not necessarily go to click on the button to realize that there is more information under the button.
okay, so where would you want the application process to be?
It needs to be just a menu item by itself, and reserve now just be, like you say, an action button ready to reserve. Click on it and proceed with your application itself, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like all of this stuff needs to be under a menu item by itself.
Okay. The other thing is, once we get to the kittens page, every page will have that call to action as well. Um,
Okay, that's fine. Okay, but I mean, will it be really hard to unmarry the button and the items?
no, no. But if we are going to move this out by its own, this is this is how much space, vertical space we have, right?
Okay, how about then under home? What do we have under home? Just home, nothing
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, homepage is just homepage. So the other option is we could put this logo on the top and then have these underneath.
Or can we move the logo to the left-hand side in the corner somewhere there
Yep.
and then have these
Yeah,
items?
you can put this logo on the left and then still have those display on the
Okay.
right.
Okay.
But again, like we won't have enough space to display another menu item with this logo because this logo is pretty big. So we can put it on top of the navigation, have the navigation on the bottom if you are okay with that.
Can the logo be incorporated into the middle section where it says Love of Brits? Can it be physically
Here,
moved? Yeah. Or it will that
this is your navigation, so that logo should stay on your navigation. Otherwise, it's not going to be every page. And it also serves another like home function. So I guess if you want, we could remove home and then have that to be the home page. And
okay.
then
Instead of home, can we rename it to how to reserve
uh, instead of what?
instead of home?
The home, I would not suggest that. Your first item needs to be helping people browsing.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can move them, then
Yeah,
make logo. Can the logo be kind of interactional and click on it so it takes you to home?
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so do you still want this layout, right?
I still want the layout, but I
Okay.
want to
Okay.
move.
So then we remove home. So this
Okay.
would the logo would be the home, and then we have kitten, adult, and
How to
reserve.
reserve. Yep, and then about resources and reserve now just a button by itself to, call to action, like you say. But all
Okay.
of that. Mhm.
Okay. The contact page might be a little difficult.
How about move contact under about?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Move home. Um, okay. And then move contact. Okay. And then did you say you like the idea of the pricing guide to be under resources instead of here?
I think pricing guide, yes, pricing guide should probably be not under resources, but how to reserve. Because it has to do everything with, what do you think?
Pricing guide, reserve.
How to
Think
reserve,
I
maybe
think
how to
pricing
reserve, start with pricing guide.
I think the pricing guide might still be under the browsing phase.
Or at least maybe if we want to keep it under kittens, can you make it like line item number one and then go, because it's in the middle, it doesn't make sense to break up the kittens flow. So make the pricing guide first,
Maybe put it last
or maybe put
because
it last.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then
No, I still feel like, the how to reserve that pricing guide belongs there. I don't know. Don't know.
say that one more time.
What do you see with other websites? Like the Doodles or not Bruna Doodles page.
Bluegrass.
Yeah. What do they have?
They have Cavapoose. So they have all of their
Yeah, but where do
months.
they have their pricing guide?
They probably, I don't know. I don't think they have one.
They should. They can't.
So here's the blog.
Yeah. Is it under puppies? What happens if you click on puppies? Our puppies.
It's just the puppies.
So do they list prices on the puppies listings? His parents, training guardian, current players. Puppy applicant. I can't believe that they don't have like a pricing guide. Is it under the reserve button?
There's a lot of people ask about that. Uh oh yeah, because they have like a pretty standard pricing, I guess.
So where's that at?
I think they just have a flat rate for
Yeah, but I
any.
mean, where under which item is this information? Where is it at? Under the reserve button. Okay, I see. Okay, so maybe we should also have it like how to reserve, and item number one should be the pricing.
How to you want to put the how to reserve in.
Yeah, like all of these items, the application process, blah, blah, blah. We talked about having it all standing on its own as its own menu item, and then
Mhm.
have the pricing guide as the first item on the list.
um okay, you know what, let's go back to the board. So this is what we were talking about and what I was going off of. So now you said you want the pricing guide. Okay, so you want the reserve now to be its own page, like its own navigation, right? So reserve now, or just reserve.
You can still have it as a button by itself. I just don't want any menu items under the button because it's like hidden. I want the people to see all of that information on its own.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's
Okay.
what
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
trying to do, right? So under reserve, you want to have how to, oops,
Let's do how to reserve, not just
um,
reserve. Pricing guide? No, no, no.
hmm?
Where it says reserve, the darker blue, you say reserve. Let's rename that. Yeah, there's going to be a menu item. Let's rename it to how to reserve.
That's too long. It's gonna take up too much limited real estate. So you can have it 2 words. I think 2 words would probably be the maximum. So uh,
Adoption
huh?
info, adoption info.
Okay.
Okay, there. And
All
then
right.
pricing guide, and you can move all of the other items under there.
Sorry, say it one more time.
Instead of how to reserve, do pricing guide,
Okay, pricing guide.
or yep, move it perfect. And then the rest of the items from reserve now, the application form, yeah, the whole, yeah, all of those, move them there. Yep. And then you can delete that how to reserve.
Oh,
The second, light, no. Yep. Go down. Go, yep, that one, delete it.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
And then just, yeah.
application form. So how to reserve is going to have all the like the entire reservation like information. So I think that should still be there.
Well, but you didn't have it. You just kind of created it. You
Well,
just created that item.
it's um
Adoption
under
info.
the yeah, under
Okay.
the whole page. So so under this page, then we have the application form. Application form is on the how to reserve page, but the form is just lower on the page, which I'll show you
Okay.
on
Yeah, as
on your
long as
site.
it's a, yeah, as long as it's a legit item, then I'm fine. It's just I saw you copy
Okay,
something and then type in how to reserve.
so adoption process is is that.
Okay.
Um, so 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 you like how to reserve better than adoption process?
No.
Okay, so should we just do adoption process?
Yeah. What? Hold on. Hold on.
Application process.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then we will get rid of this.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and then the agreement is also under the that same. Oh wait, no, this is under. I'm gonna have to look at contractor buyer. I think that's under application process as well, but lower. Okay, let's go back to the page and look at all other pages. All right, so here's the ideal page that I wanted to build, which it will show you all the kittens.
Yeah, that's how I want it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mom and dad and then.
if you want, on the home page, we can also display the kitten in this fashion. Or I can have it display all in a row. So whatever you decide. So this is reserve now will take you to the how to reserve page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then ideally, I want to have the letter A, letter B,
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
but it's not possible currently with the CMS structure because it doesn't because this is a CMS, this is a CMS. They're connected, but it doesn't allow CMSs inside of CMS on the front end. It allow on the back end. So, anyways, it's kind of hard to explain, but I have figured out an alternative, which I'll show you
In,
later.
yeah, in your CMS, do you have mom, dad, kitten one, kitten two, kitten through I don't think that I will ever have 10 kittens, but do you have like on each row, mom, dad, litter, maybe litter A?
Yeah, I'll show you what my alternative is.
Okay.
But um, you'll still have the adoption um, call to action here, wait list, and then your all the resources.
Okay.
So this is the my solution to all the litters. Currently, we what we have is two litters available, right?
Mhm.
So you have litter M and litter N, and this information is all dynamic, meaning whatever you change on the back end, it will reflect here. So the
Okay.
page length is much shorter. This is exactly the same information, same call to action. But then here, when you click on letter M, it changed to letter M, letter N. It displayed the newest letter by default. So this
People
is
know.
what?
Will people know? I think you need to put some kind of note on here saying that clicking on a particular letter will take you to the next letter page or something.
Um,
I don't think it's intuitive enough for someone to look at this and say, hey, I can also click on letter N and, it's going to be a different kittens.
I can make this bigger if you want.
How about adding a note?
Uh, I, if you, I mean, we have. You can add your notes here. I just don't want to clutter the page too much. And if you have too much information, people might not want to look too much. Like I said, I can make those larger. How many letters do you think you're gonna have at once?
I could have six.
Okay,
Some of
so
them at the beginning, and then, I could have a new litter every month. So the first part of the year, I could have six litters if I have six queens.
yeah, so if you have six letters, it will all be displayed here. It will
Yeah,
probably be full over here, and that will be hard to ignore.
I don't know that some people, I don't want to say smart enough, but to some people, it's not very intuitive to, hey, I'm going to click on this. Let's see what this is. Right? They may be coming just to this page and not seeing the other letters.
Right. So I could also have like a button left and right to lead people to click on those buttons. Um, I think I have it somewhere. I don't remember where. Um, Here, let me show you adult cats. Well, no, not this page. Previous letters. Uh, okay. Anyways, it's gonna look like um, what you see here, those two buttons right next to each of the letter. So like right here and right here, so they can go and see the next letter. Would that help?
I don't, you would have to ask someone who is not technical, like maybe Jerry's parents, see if they
Yeah,
would want to click on letter N. I
yeah.
basically don't want anyone missing out on other kittens that are hidden kind of behind these radio buttons.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest you to show this, like after today's presentation, show this to your friends or well, not maybe not breeders, right? Because they're biased. Show it to like a potential client to see if they have any problem navigating around and find litters. And like I
I'm
said,
just telling you that it's not intuitive. I need something saying that click on next litter to see more kittens or something.
okay, I
Maybe,
mean we can put a little note here. Does that
yep.
help?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it needs to
Okay.
be interface that click on the next litter to see other kittens or something to that effect.
Okay, if that's all you want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all that I want. I don't want any like a big explanation. Maybe to navigate between litters, select, I don't know. Or
Click on different litters to see
more kittens.
uh okay, hold on. How about click below to see different litters.
So are you going then to put your radio buttons because you're saying below, will they be
Well, I am putting the notes right between the title and the litter.
okay, so that's still not telling them that they need to switch between litters.
What do you want to say?
Click on different litter names to see more kittens. Or to see more kittens. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I think that that's going to be like in their face and they will understand that, there is more. If there are more litter names listed, there are more
Yeah.
kittens available.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And like again, like I said, I'm still not giving up on this idea to display everybody.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be, and this is exactly how I want. I want mom and dad, and then the litter. That would be ideal. Like you said.
yeah. I'm surprised that we can do this on the back end, but not on the front
Mhm.
end. So yeah, I'm in contact with internal Wix people, and then we'll see if that's possible. If not, at least we could suggest that to Wix, and then in the future, this could be implemented.
Okay.
Okay, so then shall we look at the pricing guide?
Mhm.
Okay, so pricing guide, I've got call to action all over the place, right? So
Mhm.
on any page, there's a link to the most important pages that make sense. Um, so then here we have how much is the British kitten. I have your wording here, but on the picture itself, I do put a place for you to put a price for that cat if you want. So that is shown here. And again, that's just an option. If you want to do that, you can put the price in there. If not, it will just show up like this.
Okay.
Again, you can like click on the picture and then see it blown up.
Okay.
And the next one, we have the Golden British cat. Same thing here. Oh yeah, this one has the price. And then all your wordings are here. And then we
Okay. I'll
have,
have to review that to make sure that that information is accurate.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just use that tool.
Yeah.
Any information you can just add comments and leave me
Mhm.
feedback.
Okay.
So what's included in the price? Here we have a lot more information than what we've seen from the homepage. But on
Fantastic.
homepage, you have that button
Okay.
say read more. So it will lead you to this area, and so people can read more. And then you
Hmm.
have the additional requested pricing, and then you have the discount, deposit, refund, and then forfeit of contract, and then the contract highlight is also here.
Okay.
So that is the end of the page. You can so the contract highlight is underneath the reserve now, uh,
Okay.
but we're gonna put it in here.
Okay.
So this is that page. Any feedback right for now?
I actually I like this.
Okay. Um, all right. So if nothing else, let's move on to the next page, which is the breeding plan. The breeding plan is a lot easier because it doesn't involve another CMS that's connect to it. So I can display all the upcoming, and then there's the wording that you can choose.
Okay. I'll
Um,
just have to give you correct pictures because here it's a girl and a girl.
yeah, oh, is it go? Yeah, this is, I made this up.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I will give you access to the backend so you can update all of this information yourself, and I
I
will
can
teach
knock
you
myself
how.
out with updates. Okay, perfect.
What's that?
I can knock myself out with updates.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I can knock myself out updating this until I'm blue
Oh,
in the face. I can just update and update. Okay, that was
yeah. So yeah, regarding that, like instead of yourself like if you want, you can just share this page. Like, see our upcoming litter on this page on our website, right? Just like directing people to directing more traffic into your new website, which will be like super beneficial. Um, all right, so get notified. That will pull out this page again to um, subscribe. And then we have the previous letter page. This is very similar to um, the um, current available.
Mhm.
So we'll do the same exact treatment.
Okay.
Um, all right, so then we have the under the adult cats, we have kings and queens. Um, these are your information, I believe, and then join the wait list.
Mhm.
This is one view, obviously, but you can also read more and see it
Mhm.
in a bigger screen.
Mhm.
Um, and same call to action to
For
encourage
for
people
the
to,
price on this page, can you just say NA?
huh?
Where it says price on this page, can you say NA?
NA? Yeah.
Yeah. Because not on, I mean, not for sale or just NA, or just not even include unless it's a template.
This could be a default value I put in, but you can change that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would encourage you to upload a little more photos of the
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Um, and then we have retired adults. I did see Remy is retired. Maybe he's not on sale. If he's not on sale, there's a button you can click on the back end and then he will now display here.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Remy went to live in a different nursery and he already created two litters of kittens.
wait, he went to someone else?
I sold him. Yeah, I sold him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man, you're fast.
That happened like in November. I
Oh
wanted to
wow.
upgrade. I got a different boy and I replaced Remy. So Remy went around Thanksgiving.
I'm sad because that's my kitty's daddy.
I know, but he doesn't carry enough colors. He can produce only like black or brown, or I'm sorry, not brown, but chocolate golden kittens. That's it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he doesn't have any other color genes. So that's why I upgraded to a new one that can do much more.
Well, Gizmo and Luna is not chocolate, are they?
No, they're black golden.
Right, but
Yeah.
they're Remy's children.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but now with a different boy, now I have blue golden as well.
Okay,
I know
blue
it's probably,
golden.
it's okay.
Anyways, yeah, I would expect you to come here, update all of this like
Okay.
crazy now.
Okay. Yeah, just
Because
show me how to do it.
yeah,
I
sure.
may have to bother you, unfortunately, a couple of times until I get the hang of it.
Yeah, like once we get there, we can actually this meeting is already recorded. So if you want, you can review back. Oh, is that a new kitten?
Yes,
Oh my
I
gosh,
can't.
huge eyes.
She has blue eyes. This is the rare one.
Oh, oh. You're gonna have to post her. Anyways, like on any of the adult cats, you people can click here and just view
Uh-huh.
more.
Okay.
Um, and then here opens up, again their individual profile. Um, all right, so that's the adult page. Any questions, feedback?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the About Us page. Um, so this, I decided to give you the full
Mhm.
thing here, and then put in what you specializes in, what we do. It's all cat pictures, no pictures of you. And then this will take people to the blog post currently, but if you
Okay.
wanted to make it a static, we can do that, and I can
Okay.
change the linking. Um,
Well, no, I mean, I like this.
okay. No, I
Right.
mean you wanted to convert the about the breed into a static page, right? You still want to
I
do that?
don't know. I don't know what that means. I just didn't want it to live under the blog. I wanted it to live somewhere where people would actually, see it more available. So I don't know if that means a static page or not.
So
So
here, I'll
let's
show
see.
you. Uh, this is to read more about that blog post that
Okay, I see.
we had put together.
Okay.
If you want to keep it this way, we can.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just afraid that you put the whole thing like way at the bottom in a blog. So yeah,
Oh, that is just the call to action, um,
okay.
which I
Okay.
put it all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. People will have multiple opportunities to see a lot of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll change that to you once
Okay.
the ownership transfers. Um, so these, I give it, so this is also in, wait, is it? No, probably not, actually. These are not in the CMSs. Oh, because this is in the blog post, and you can come here and change this on your own very easily.
Okay.
Um, but I try to like put their full names again
Okay.
for keywords.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like when people are Googling um lilac classic British short hair, and they will
Mm-hmm.
see this picture, lead them to your website, right?
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, all of this is embedded in there. Let's go back to the about page. Um, so they both take people to the same exact page,
Okay.
because that blog post is the same blog post. In the
Mm-hmm.
future, if you want to write separate pages, we can link it to different pages. And then we give it a highlight for the dominant blue eye program.
Okay. We
I
need a
don't know.
different kitten though there
Okay,
because yeah,
I guess that.
anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just let me know which picture you want to put it there.
Okay.
Again, like get notified. And then we have I decided to put again like why you do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
and then more call to action there, and then the entire um testimonial. Oh my gosh.
She was on the table, she stepped on something and she just jumped, so I had to remove her off the table.
Also, Luda, I don't know how your cats do it. They love to come to this computer and computer is locked, but they were able to play music.
I don't teach them that skill.
It's insane because like Jerry's like, what's your computer password? Because I don't know how to even stop the music. Sometimes I'm like sleeping and I heard music playing and then I was like, what the hell? Anyways, okay, so we have all the testimonials here. Gizmo and Luna is there.
Mhm.
And then this will lead you to my cat's
Oh,
Instagram.
okay.
Um, these ones that doesn't have it, it will just not take you anywhere. So if you have the
I can add pictures for those. Yeah,
uh,
I have pictures for them.
you only have like one picture. Well, this is static, right? This you can lead people to different uh their social media is
Okay.
profiles.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you don't care which picture, the static picture, I would
Yeah.
much rather have the correct kitten who was adopted
Yeah.
associated with the review.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also I like intentionally said kittygram because I
Uh-huh.
assume like some people will do like Facebook or whatever,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah. So yeah, these are actually the same page. It's just drop down to take people to
Okay.
the
Hmm.
area. And then the pricing guide, you have seen that, a kitty blog. So originally we said to list all the resources, but
Hmm.
I feel like it's kind of cluttering, and so I decided to create a must-know category.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this will be all the essential information about, including adoption process or whatever.
Okay.
Again, you can change that picture if you don't like it. Um,
I love it.
okay. I haven't even told Jerry about it, but I thought it was so cute.
It is
He's
cute.
just
It
like
is.
looking at them like, what am I gonna do with you?
Yeah.
Um, okay, so yeah, you can come in here and read about all
Okay.
the blog posts, but I formatted everything so they look good and they all have
Okay.
a picture.
Okay. Um, okay. I want to see, you know what I want to see? The application form.
The application. Oh yeah, we'll be there.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
get there. Also,
Hmm.
you can search for
Okay.
anything customer might want to know.
Hmm.
Okay, FAQ. See available kittens again, and then these are like categories that they can navigate around. In the future, if you want to add more categories, you can do that. It
Okay.
will always show one answer at a time, so it's not overwhelming to look at.
Hmm.
This link will like allow sharing, which is awesome. Um, all right, so application process. This is a very important page, right? Which
Okay.
every kitten's profile will lead you to this page. And this will like lead you back to all the kittens page. So this is the full summary of the adoption process.
Okay.
Uh, you know me, I can't resist to be a little cute. um, and then I decided to add more icons. Yes, I found one, reserve now or join
Okay.
waitlist. And
Perfect.
then here's the kitty application. These buttons take you to this area, and then join waitlist will take you to the waitlist. Uh,
Okay.
each of those, they have like several steps. So once you finish filling this out, next page, so it's not very
Okay.
overwhelming to look at.
Okay.
I can't go on anymore because it will give me an error. Says
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
this is all required.
Okay.
Um, okay, so anytime you get a application, it will go to your email, your dashboard of your website, and so you
Okay.
will have all that information. All right, am I down here?
Do
Let
you,
me see.
do you think that all of the like a lot of the questions should be mandatory?
That's up to you to decide. I mean, I'm not a breeder. I don't know.
It, let's just make them not, if they don't want to fill it out, that's fine. But I don't want the process to be stopped from moving on to the next page until they respond to a question. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree because a lot of those questions are like doesn't allow. I mean, this I think that's pretty good for you to ask. Um, but I mean, depends.
You know what? How about you add like don't know? And do we have any kind of questions that
Yeah,
are or doesn't apply maybe? Yes, no, doesn't apply.
yeah, I can show you how to add those options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? Oh yeah, so waitlist is just down here.
Okay.
And then the contact page to show your location, phone number, email, and social media. And then I added this little box. I always put this in for my client just so you
Hmm.
know like where your effort. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
perfect. Excellent.
Well, I hope you like it. Um, and
Yes. 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 Yeah.
okay,
Like for the first swing of it, I think it's good. It's very good. Can it
okay.
be improved on? Possibly, but
Can
for
we get
now,
what
it
done?
just was that
Can we get what done? You said.
it, should it be improved? Could it be improved? Possibly.
Okay.
But I just want to establish myself out there and then I can work on it somehow. I don't know, figure stuff out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. If you could get
websites.
your ideal page, that would be my preference on how to show
It
things.
well, that's my preference too.
Yeah. So keep at them.
Yeah, I honestly, I told you that I haven't done such a complex website in a while, CMS wise, right?
Hmm.
So I actually learned a lot from this process. Learned like what it can do that I didn't know it was possible, and
Hmm.
some limitations that we run into. So,
Hmm.
yeah, honestly, I would love to figure out how we can make this page work. Um,
Okay.
but if we can't figure this out before launching, we'll just hide this page for now. It's not
Okay.
gonna be gone. Um, all right, so are you ready to dive into the backend?
Yes.
Remember, you also have another uh, format of logo. So if you want, we can switch it to the horizontal logo as well. Remember that one?
Uh,
No?
I-
Okay.
So for this one, can we switch this little kitten if it's going to be static? I want to show either my blue-eyed cat or my cinnamon cat. The
Anything
cinnamon
you
cat
want,
is on
Luda.
the ideal page. Was that
Anything you want, Luda.
okay?
But like, if you can just take really good pictures, take them outside. Like this lighting is awesome. I
Yeah,
I would not. I don't want to use any photos that you take at home because you don't have enough lighting.
I know. I know. What about that? If you click on kittens, the ideal page, there is that boy, the cinnamon boy in the snow. Yes, that one.
This one?
Yeah. That's what I want because that's representative of the classical British cats, and the
Oh,
and
you want to
Rona
use
is
this
the
one.
yes,
I see. Okay.
instead of the bicolor kitten.
Also, I actually made this cat and added a photo to make it brighter.
Okay.
Um, use this
On
to
homepage.
replace
Mhm.
the first kitten, right?
Yep.
But I just love that picture. This is such a
I
cute cat.
know, I know, but like I said,
Okay.
I want the classical British to be represented on the,
Yeah.
right away on the homepage.
Yeah, of course. Do you
Yeah.
like this picture or do you want to replace it by a kitten?
I think she's fine because she's the golden cat and,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, so I wanted to show you. So there are some like manipulation you can make. Do you see the difference there?
Yeah.